Hi, my reading friends. This is Sarah. Today I'm going to read the story, The Emperor's Nightingale. This is a famous classic by Hans Christian Andersen. The Emperor's Nightingale. It's set in China. So let's start. In China, there was once an emperor. He lived in a huge and beautiful palace. His gardens were delightful and magical, where the most beautiful flowers were found. In the garden, on one of the trees, there lived a nightingale which sang very deliciously. Travelers came from every country in the world to see and hear her voice. When the emperor came to know about the nightingale, so you can see the nightingale is there singing in the garden. The emperor said, "I wish it to appear here this evening to sing to me. I do not know her, let me hear her sing." The palace was brightened up for the occasion. The walls and the floors, which were all of china, shone by the light of many thousand golden lamps. In the middle of the large reception room where the emperor sat, a golden rod had been fixed, on which the nightingale was to perch. The nightingale sang delightfully. So you can see the courtiers are watching. The king is sitting on his throne, and right before him on the golden stick stands the nightingale singing. Tears came into the emperor's eyes. Her voice touched everyone's heart. The emperor was charmed, and she became the jewel of the kingdom. One day the emperor received a large parcel. On opening, he found a replica of the real nightingale. The artificial bird had diamonds, sapphires, and rubies on it. So there is the artificial bird. It sang as well as the original one. Both the birds were made to sing together, but their voices were very contradictory. The nightingale sang from her heart, and the other's voice was mechanical. So the artificial bird sang alone. It became as popular as the real one because it could be played again and again. People dropped the nightingale away from the kingdom. The artificial bird took the seat of honor. One evening, when the emperor was listening to the artificial bird, he heard its voice falter and then it stopped singing. He saw that the gear wheels of the artificial bird were jammed. He called a number of mechanics, but no one was able to mend the artificial bird. So it was now faulty and broken, and there was no one who could mend it. The artificial bird had stopped singing. 5 years later, the emperor fell ill. The emperor lay pale and cold in his gorgeous bed. The courtiers thought he was dead. The poor emperor could hardly breathe. He seemed to have a weight on his chest. He opened his eyes and he saw that it was death sitting upon his chest. So there, death had come to fetch him. Wearing his golden crown, the people selected a new emperor. So you can see the emperor who is very weak. He is lying down in his bed and there is death right before him. All of a sudden he heard the melodious voice. The little nightingale was sitting on the branch of a tree near the window and singing. The nightingale had come to cheer up the emperor. It started singing so sweetly that the emperor was feeling better. It was as if by magic that the emperor had got cured. "Thank you, my dear little bird," he said. "I had once sent you away, but you came back to me when I needed you the most. How can I reward you?" "You have already rewarded me. You had tears in your eyes when I sang for you the first time," replied the nightingale. "Let me come and visit you whenever I can. I don't want to be tied down again. I will come to you and tell you everything I see in this world. I will tell you things that no one else will be able to tell you." So the bird, only thing that the bird wanted in exchange was freedom. He wanted to be free. But promise me that you will not tell anyone about me. And the nightingale flew away. After some time, the courtiers and servants came. They were surprised to see the emperor, hale and hearty, sitting on his bed. Everyone was very happy when they came to know that their emperor had recovered completely. The emperor and the nightingale became best friends. Thank you.